Every day in Times Square, thousands of tourists take photos. Lights, colors, chaos. And on every corner there's someone wearing a superhero costume. Spider-Man, Batman, Superman, Wonder Woman. They all pose with tourists, collecting tips. Most people see them as fake heroes. But that day, two fake heroes were forced into a real battle, and neither of them was ready. My name is Jake Morrison. I'm 34 years old, and for the past 6 years, I've been wearing a Spider-Man costume in Times Square, taking photos. Yes, I know. Pathetic. Sad. I was once a sergeant in the U.S. Army. Did 3 tours in Afghanistan. I have medals. I have certificates of honor. But now, I'm wearing a red and blue costume telling tourists, hey, want a photo with Spidey? Life is strange. 9 a.m. Times Square isn't crowded yet. I head to my spot, the intersection of 7th Avenue and 42nd Street. The best location. Most tourists pass through here. I pull my costume from my bag. Red and blue fabric, now faded. I put on the web-patterned gloves. I pull the mask over my head. And Jake Morrison disappears. Now I'm Spider-Man. Huh. I wish it were real. A family approaches. Mom, Dad, 2 kids. Spider-Man, photo please. I smile, pose. The kids are excited. Dad gives me $5. Thank you, sir, I say. This is the start of my daily routine. On a good day, I make $150 On a bad day, 60-80. Rent, food, medication. PTSD meds are expensive. Yes, I have PTSD, post-traumatic stress disorder, a souvenir from Afghanistan. In 2018, I was stationed in Helmand Province. During patrol, we were ambushed. An IED exploded, improvised explosive device, a homemade bomb. 4 members of my unit died. I survived, but pieces remained inside me. Not just metal fragments, memories, sounds, fears. I can't sleep at night. Every sudden noise makes me jump. I have panic attacks in crowds. I can't form relationships. That's why I'm here, in Times Square. I wear the costume because when I'm Spider-Man, I'm not Jake. I'm not the traumatized ex-soldier. I'm just someone else. It's noon, hot. The costume makes me sweat, but I continue. Made $87 so far, going well. That's when I hear a familiar voice from the other corner. Hey kid, wanna meet the real Dark Knight? Marcus. Damn Marcus. Marcus Webb, 42 years old, former NYPD detective, and my rival. Marcus comes to the same spot every day, 7th Avenue and 43rd Street, 1 block away, but close enough that tourists have to choose. He wears a Batman costume, black, dark gray, bat symbol. He even has a cape. Damn it. Looks professional. Mine's from Walmart. His looks like he stole it from a movie set. Marcus and I never talk. We just look. We compete. Same tourists, same money. Every day, a silent war. But I know Marcus's story. Everyone knows. In 2019, it made the news. Drug raid. Marcus and his team storm an apartment. Dark, chaotic, everyone shouting. Marcus opens a door, hears gunfire, reflexively shoots, but the room was empty. The gunfire was from a TV, and Marcus's bullet hit a 16-year-old kid. Innocent. Wrong apartment. The kid died. Marcus was tried, found not guilty, reasonable doubt verdict. But Marcus resigned, turned in his badge, and for 3 years he's been wearing a Batman costume in Times Square. Interesting, isn't it? 2 former protectors, soldier and cop. Now we take photos with tourists. What a fall. 2 p.m. Marcus is standing on his corner, attracting a group of tourists. He looks at me, smiles. He's winning today. It eats me up inside. But what can I do? I can't run over and say no. Take photos with me. Wait. Just wait. A couple approaches me. Spider-Man, we love you. I pose. We take photos. $10 tip. Good. But then the couple goes to Marcus. They take photos with him too. Of course, they want both. Spider-Man and Batman. But we never work together. Never talk. Never. 3:47 p.m. Times Square at full capacity. Thousands of people. Music, shouting, cars. Chaos. But normal chaos. Controlled chaos. I'm posing with a group of Japanese tourists. $20 tip. Best of the day. I smile, wave. That's when I hear an explosion. At first, panic. My heart stops. Flashback. Afghanistan. Bomb explosion. No, not here. We're here. New York. Times Square. But the sound is real. I look around. 100 meters away, a jewelry store's window is shattered. Smoke rising. People screaming, running, and 3 masked men emerge from inside the store. They have guns in their hands. And bags, full bags. A robbery. A real robbery. In Times Square. Middle of the day. A woman screams help. One of the robbers turns, points his gun at her. Shut up. The woman cries. Everyone's running. Panic. The crowd disperses. I'm frozen. My soldier training should kick in. Move, Jake. Move. But my feet won't budge, because I'm not a soldier anymore. I'm a guy in a Spider-Man costume. And there are real guns. The robbers go back inside the store. Stay inside. Nobody comes out. There are hostages. At least 5-6 people inside. Someone says, I called 911, but police are 5-10 minutes away. There's traffic. There's a crowd. What should I do? That's when I hear a voice beside me. You see it too, don't you? I turn. Marcus, in his Batman costume, looking at me. Yes, I say. I see it. What happens before the police arrive? Marcus says. The hostages. I start. Yes, Marcus says. The hostages. We both stand silently. Robbers inside. Hostages inside. Guns. And we're just 2 guys in costumes. You're a former soldier, Marcus says. You're a former cop, I say. These costumes aren't bulletproof, Marcus says. I know, I say. We'll probably die, Marcus says. I know, I say. A long silence. Then Marcus turns, looks into my eyes. But we're the type who run in when everyone else runs out, aren't we? I smile, for the first time, at Marcus. Yes, we are. Marcus and I are crouched behind a car, 20 meters from the store. How many? Marcus says. I saw 3, I say, but there could be more. Weapons? I saw pistols on at least 2, not sure about the third. Marcus nods. Hostages? 5-6 people, maybe more. Police ETA. We hear sirens in the distance, but still far. 3-4 minutes, I say. Too long, Marcus says. A lot can happen in 4 minutes. He's right. If the robbers panic, they could kill the hostages, or blow themselves up. Who knows? What do we do? I ask. Marcus looks at me. You're trained. Soldier. What's the tactic? I think. Days in Afghanistan come to mind. Building raids. Room clearing. Hostage rescue. 2 entrances, I say. Front door and back door. Back door's probably unlocked. They could use it as an escape route. Split up. You distract from the front. I'll go in the back and get the hostages out. What if the robbers shoot? I look at my costume. Red and blue fabric. Designed for kids, not bullets. Then we die, I say honestly. Marcus laughs. Actually laughs. What are you laughing at? I ask. Look at us, he says. I'm a former cop who killed an innocent kid. You're a former soldier with PTSD. We're both wearing fake superhero costumes, and now we're going after real armed robbers. Isn't this absurd? I smile. Yes, completely absurd. But we have to, Marcus says. Yes, I say, we have to. Marcus extends his hand. If we die, I'm Marcus Webb, Batman. I shake his hand. Jake Morrison, Spider-Man. Let's go, Spider-Man, Marcus says. I'm in the back alley, approaching the jewelry store's back door, heart pounding, hands sweating, breathing accelerating, PTSD starting. No, not now. I close my eyes. Deep breath. You're not there, Jake. You're not in Afghanistan. There are hostages. They need you. I open my eyes. I approach the door. Slowly push it open. Not locked. Good guess. I'm inside. Storage room. Dark. Quiet. I hear sounds from the front. Shouting. Crying. I move slowly. My soldier training kicks in, silent steps, along the wall, checking corners. I pass through a corridor, approaching the front room, and I see 6 hostages, sitting on the floor, hands up, 2 robbers watching them, guns in hand. The third robber is looting the safe. One of the hostages, a young woman, pregnant, is crying. The robber yells at her, "Shut up!" The woman is terrified. What should I do? 3 guns. I'm unarmed. Just my fake web shooters. Part of the costume. Useless. But I can't wait. I'm waiting for Marcus's distraction. 5 seconds. 10 seconds. And then, bam! Something's thrown through the front window. A brick. Must be Marcus's work. The robbers turn. What was that? One runs to the front door. This is the chance. Now. I run. I approach the pregnant woman. "Look at me. Get out. Now." Whisper but clear. The woman is shocked. "Spider-Man," she says. "Yes, I'm real." "Run," I say. The woman and 2 people next to her stand up, run toward the back door, but the other hostages are still there, and the robbers notice. "Hey, you!" A robber turns, points his gun at me. Time slows. Afghanistan flashback. Gun. Explosion. Death. No. Focus. Now. I jump sideways. The gun fires. Bam. The bullet passes by my ear. The robber aims again. I'm running. Toward him. Yes. Toward. Soldier training. Close range. Gun is ineffective. I crash into him. We both fall to the ground. We struggle. He's strong, but I'm stronger. 3 years in Afghanistan. Full body training. I punch. His nose. Blood spurts. The robber drops the gun. I grab the gun. Throw it. Far away. But then the other robber comes at me. "You bastard." He kicks. My chest. Pain. I can't breathe. I fall to the ground. The robber jumps on me. Punching. Again and again. Each punch, a memory. Afghanistan. Bomb. Death. My friends. No, I moan. No, I'm not them. I couldn't save them, but now I can save. I find strength. I raise my arms. Grab the robber. Flip him. Now I'm on top. Punch. Once. Twice. 3 times. The robber passes out. I stand up. Breathing hard. Costume torn. Blood everywhere. Mine or his, I don't know. 3 of the hostages are still there. "Run!" I yell. They run. But the third robber, the one at the safe, turns. He has a big bag in his hand and a gun, and he looks at me. You're just a fake Spider-Man," he says. "Yes," I say, "but I'm a real soldier." He points the gun at me, and at that moment, the front door opens. Marcus runs in, jumps on the robber. When I enter through the front door, I see chaos. Jake on the ground, wrestling with a robber. Good kid fighting. But the third robber, the most dangerous-looking one, has his gun pointed at Jake. No, not happening. Not again. 3 years ago, I pulled a gun too. I fired at a kid. I killed an innocent person. That day, my life ended. Every night I see that kid's face. Every day I say I wish I had died instead. But today is different. Today I can save someone. I run, with all my strength, my Batman cape flying. The robber hears me, turns, but too late. I tackle him, rugby style. We both fall to the ground. The gun fires. Bam! But the bullet goes into the ceiling. The robber is strong. He tries to push me off. But I'm 42 with 15 years of police experience. I know how to hold. I twist his arm, behind his back. Standard arrest move. "Police," I yell. Old habit. But I'm not police anymore. The robber screams. "Let me go." "No," I yell. Jake comes over, finds rope, decorative rope from the store. Together we tie up the robber. The second robber is also unconscious. Jake's handiwork. 3 robbers, now on the ground, neutralized. Jake and I are standing, breathing hard. There are wounds, but we're alive. And most importantly, the hostages are safe. Sirens from outside. Police arriving. Finally, Jake looks at me. "We did it," he says. "Yes," I say. "We did." And at that moment, I notice something. Jake's costume has blood. A lot of blood. "Jake," I say, are you shot?" Jake looks down. On his chest, a red stain. But the costume is already red, so we didn't notice. "I think so," Jake says. His voice is weak. He sits down. "No," I yell. "Jake, keep your eyes open." "Jake." Police enter. "Hands up. He's shot." "Ambulance," I yell. The officers understand the situation. One speaks into the radio. "We have wounded. Need ambulance." I crouch next to Jake. I hold his hand.
You'll make it, Spider-Man. You'll make it. Jake opens his eyes, looks at me. Marcus, I never talked to you. I'm sorry. Idiot, I say, tears in my eyes. We're friends now. I can't let you die. I wanted to be a real hero. Jake says, just once. You are, I say. Today you are. You're a real hero, Jake. The ambulance arrives. Paramedics put Jake on a stretcher. I go with them. On the way to the hospital, Jake is unconscious. I hold his hand, and I pray, God, if you're there, save this man. He's a good person. I don't have the right to lose him. Please. Jake is in surgery for 4 hours. I sit in the waiting room, still wearing my Batman costume. People look at me strangely, but I don't care. A doctor comes. Family of Mr. Morrison? I start. I'm his friend. Surgery was successful, the doctor says. The bullet grazed the lung but didn't hit the heart or major vessels. He was lucky. He'll recover. I close my eyes. Thank you. Thank you. 2 days later, Jake wakes up. I visit him. Hey, Batman, he says with a weak smile. Hey, Spider-Man, I say. How many days was I out? He says. 2 days, I say. But we've been in the news for 2 weeks. We're famous. Jake's eyes widen. What? I pull out my phone, show him the headlines. Spider-Man and Batman stop real robbery in Times Square. Costumed heroes save real lives. Former soldier and former cop. Times Square heroes. Jake reads. Can't believe it. We sick kids want to meet the real Spider-Man and Batman. Jake smiles. A real smile. Real heroes, huh? Yes, I say. Real heroes. Times Square. Same corner. But everything is different. Jake and I stand side by side. He's wearing his Spider-Man costume. I'm wearing Batman. But we're not rivals anymore. We're a team now. A group of kids approaches. Spider-Man, Batman, can we take a photo? Of course, we say together. We take photos. The kids are happy. Dad gives us $20. You're real heroes, the dad says. I'm talking about the Times Square robbery. My son saw you on TV. He wants to be like you. Jake crouches down, looks at the kid. Guess what, little man? You can be a hero too. You don't need a costume. You just need courage. The kid smiles. After the family leaves, Jake turns to me. You know, Marcus, 6 months ago I was just trying to survive. PTSD, loneliness, trauma. But now I have a purpose, Jake says. Kids look up to us. They see us as real heroes. Maybe we really are. I smile. Maybe we are. A woman approaches. Excuse me, are you the Times Square heroes? Yes, ma'am, I say. The woman starts crying. I was in the jewelry store that day. I was one of the hostages. I was pregnant, do you remember? Jake's face changes. Yes, I remember. My baby was born 3 months ago, the woman says. A boy. I named him Jake Marcus. I gave him both your names, because you saved me and my baby. Jake and I are silent. The woman continues. I want you to know, you are real superheroes to me, not the costumes, your hearts. Thank you forever. The woman hugs us, both of us. She's crying, we're crying too. After the woman leaves, Jake looks at me. 3 years ago, I couldn't save my friends in Afghanistan, he says. Every night I think about them. I wish I could have. Every day I say, I wish that night never happened. We both stay silent. But today, Jake says, today we saved that woman and her baby. Maybe we can't change our past, but we can change the future. Yes, I say we can. Jake reaches out, not for a handshake, for a hug. We embrace, in the middle of Times Square, Spider-Man and Batman, and people around us start applauding. 1 year later, Times Square, but we're not just taking photos anymore. Jake and I founded a non-profit called Heroes Foundation for ex-soldiers with PTSD and former cops living with guilt. We provide support, therapy, job opportunities, and every week, we wear our costumes and visit hospitals. We visit sick children. We give them hope. Today, a children's hospital. An 8-year-old boy, Liam, brain tumor, 3 months to live. We enter his room. Hey Liam, I say, Batman and Spider-Man came to see you. Liam's face lights up. Are you real? Jake approaches, holds his hand. We're really real, champ. And I'll tell you a secret. You're a hero too. But I'm just a sick kid. Liam says, I'm not a hero. No, I say. You fight every day. With pain, with fear, with illness. That battle is harder than any battle we've fought. You're a real warrior. Liam smiles. I want to be like you. No, Jake says. We want to be like you. We spend 3 hours with Liam, playing games, telling stories, laughing. As we leave, Liam's mother thanks us. My son hasn't smiled in 3 months. Today he smiled. Thank you. Outside, Jake turns to me. Marcus, 2 years ago I was a lonely man in Times Square, traumatized, lost, purposeless. I hated you because you were my rival. But now, I ask, now you're my closest friend, Jake says, and together we're really making a difference. I smile. You're that to me too, brother. We walk back to Times Square, in our costumes, side by side. People look at us, take photos, applaud. But this time, we're not just guys taking photos with tourists. We're real heroes. Not the costume, the heart. Not power, courage, and most importantly, not alone, together. Because real heroism isn't about being alone, it's about being together. This story reminds us, heroes don't always wear costumes. Sometimes they're former soldiers fighting their trauma. Sometimes they're former cops living with guilt. Sometimes they're guys taking photos with tourists just to survive. But one day, a moment comes, and they make a choice, run or fight. Jake and Marcus chose to fight, and that day, fake heroes became real heroes. Is there a hero inside you? Maybe one day, that hero will emerge. You don't need a costume, just courage.